All right, hey folks, Jim Hart here from Hawthorne Law, and today is SSSVEDA day 10. That means we're 1/3 of the way through all these videos that we're doing in April. Isn't that pretty amazing? I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, so today what we're going to be talking about is, this is a tough one. Today I'm going to share with you my guilty pleasure. Now, a guilty pleasure is defined as something that someone enjoys doing despite feeling that that activity is not generally held in high regard. So what are some examples of guilty pleasures? You know, Netflix binging, that could be a guilty pleasure. Sitting on your couch and binging on ice cream, I guess that can go with the Netflix. That would be a guilty pleasure. Snapchat, for anyone who is not a 14-year-old girl, probably could be a guilty pleasure at one point. Today, maybe not so much. Cleveland sports, guilty pleasure, I think, because we suck pretty much most of the time. Listening to Britney Spears, that could be a guilty pleasure. I would suggest that probably is a guilty pleasure. Not that that's one of my guilty pleasures, but that could be a guilty pleasure. So I guess you're probably wondering, what is it that is my guilty pleasure? What have I chosen as my guilty pleasure? And I've got it for you here. It's sitting right here on the desk in front of me. It is a food. I will give you that. It is salty, sometimes a little sweet, crunchy, sometimes oily, always delicious. And it is definitely my guilty pleasure because I just can't get enough of them. Now, I will tell you, I have to be careful. I try and limit myself to, one bag, maybe every other week. Oh, did I give it away? But this is my guilty pleasure. Can you figure it out yet? I bet you can. Potato chips are my guilty pleasure. And let me tell you, did you ever listen to Pulp Fiction where the wolf was talking about coffee with Quentin Tarantino, who was playing the guy, where they brought the dead body in the car and they had to clean it all up and stuff. And he's like, "Do you want some coffee?" And he's like, he asked him what he had, and he's like, I don't drink cheap coffee. I don't drink the cheap shit. Well, I don't eat cheap potato chips. I'll put it that way. I eat the gourmet chips. I eat the nice chips, the good ones, the ones that have some substance to them. And so this is a new brand that I just found, especially for this video, I might add. Boulder Canyon Avocado Oil Canyon Cut. No idea what that means. It's a Whole Foods, Whole Foods little variety here. Sea salt. Frankly, I don't like all the different flavors of chips. Occasionally I might find one that I like. I'm not into the barbecue or the salt and vinegar, that kind. Like I like chips with salt. That's it. That's it. That's what I like. That's what I generally go for. Let's check these out right now. I've never had this variety. Avocado oil. That sounds pretty tasty, I think. Let's see what it's like. Oh, by the way, I like the little pull tabs. If the bag is so sturdy that you can't actually rip it open, that means it's a good bag of chips, in my opinion. All right, let's just do a little taste test here. So, as I can see, it is kind of oily, but potato chips are oily. It's got some sturdiness to it. It's got something. Let's do the test and see. I need one more just to make sure. Definitely a different flavor. The avocado oil does something. I'm not sure. Definitely a little different. Just a hint of salt. I don't know if I get this bag again, but rest assured, I will finish this bag. I hate when all this stuff gets stuck in your teeth. That's it for today, folks. Tomorrow, I'll be talking to you about which social network I love the most. Hope you have a good day. Anxious to hear what all you other Vedas out there have as your guilty pleasure. This is a fun video. Don't you think? Anyway, we'll chat tomorrow. Later, folks.